Hello neighbor, Alicia Dolan here at Creating in My Corner. I am so glad that you're joining me tonight for tonight's free card class. My Sunday night free card classes are mostly design as we go, so they're projects that I haven't completed ahead of time, and I should be going slow enough that you can follow along with me if you'd like. You can adjust for whatever stamp sets you have, inks you have, papers you have, and we can create together something fun. And they're also posted later on YouTube. So if you miss a night or if something comes up during a video and you need to go back and watch it, they are always there. It feels like a long time since we've been together, I think because there were 5 weeks in June, and so the first and the third week I saw you, but the fourth and the fifth week I did not. So it's actually been 2 weeks since we've been together, and I hope that you've had some time for creating in that time frame. I have not had much time for that. There was the end of school in there and a camping trip and all kinds of other stuff. I cannot believe it's already July. I don't know if I'm the only one who feels like the summer is moving way too fast, but over here it definitely is. And I do have a little bit of a cough tonight, so that's why I have a cough drop in, and hopefully you can't hear me clunking it around from side to side every now and then. Okay, I don't see anyone joining us, but let's go ahead and get started just so that it's not taking too long. Tonight we are going to be using this, this Sweet Peas stamp set. It's really cute. And I have been wanting to make something with it. It's been in my it was in my bag when I left to go camping and in my bag when I came back. I did sit down and work on a few projects, but I didn't really get very far. So, and then I've got some pretty in pink cardstock here, and I also have, I thought we could use the 2024 to 2026 in color designer series paper. So I have a little pack of that we're going to use tonight too. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the camera turned around and get us started. But in the description, you will find the host code in case you want to place an order for the class this month. And there's 2 ways that you can do that. So if you place an order that's $35 or more, and you use that host code, you can either qualify for my in-person card class, which will be on the 3rd Friday this month. I believe it's on the 19th. Or I can send you the card kits for the 1st and the 3rd cards that we make. So cards that we make on the 1st and the 3rd Sundays. You'll get 1 each of those. All right. Okay, here we are over at our stamping space, and I have some ideas pulled up to the side, so we will see where we go with this. I have these little sweet peas are the cutest. And I have to tell you, this one right here, this little grumpy one, he's my favorite. I don't know who I can send him to, but he is my absolute favorite little grumpy pea. All right, but first, let's make a baby card. I don't have very many of those right now, and so I feel like I should have a few stashed up just in case some little babies start coming along. Over here to my side, I have put aside a few pieces of cardstock. And actually, this one here, I scored wrong. So let's use that and see what we can do with that. So this piece, this is thick base of white, and it's cut 4 1/4 by 11. And I meant to score it at 5 1/2, but I know you probably can't see that little score line right there, but I did not, it's definitely not at 5.5 because it's not in the middle at all. See where it's off to the side? So what I am going to do is score it at 5.5 now. Okay, and then it's actually scored at, I didn't press very hard that first time, at 5.5 and at 6. Okay, so we're going to fold on that 5.5 mark. I just had an idea, so hopefully it'll work out. And then we're going to fold up right here. So basically we're kind of making a book fold card. I need my bone folder to press that fold down nice and tight. All right, so then we can either make our card go this way or we can make it go this way. And I think for tonight, I want it to go this way. So what I'm gonna do first is put some liquid glue right here along that fold. And I'm gonna glue that down. Okay, and then I've got this one of these pieces, and this is from, I know I already said it, but just in case you missed that part, it's from the 2024 to 2026 in color designer series paper. And these little papers are 6x6, and the in colors are Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, and Summer Splash. So now if you get these, you want to be a little bit careful because Shy Shamrock and Summer Splash could easily have been mistaken for one another. They look kind of close. All right, so now we have our card base here, and I am, let's see, gonna do some measuring. I want the bottom piece to be about 1 and, let's go 1 3/8, and then this way we're going to go 4 3/4. So we want 1 3/8 by 4 3/4, and I want my pattern to go this way. So my short side, my 1 3/8 is going to go this way. That looks so small. I feel like that's not right, but it's right. I don't want it to be that small though. Okay, I gotta measure again. I'd like it to be, I don't want it to be half, and half would be 2 1/8, but I want it to be, let's see, I made it 1 3/8. Let's do, let's do 1 7/8. So I'll have to save this piece for something else. All right. Sometimes when you have a plan, it doesn't work out. Sometimes even when you have a plan. All right, I'm going to turn this just a little bit so you can see me. Hi, friend. Okay, 1 7/8 by 4 3/4, I think is what we said. We're not going to measure again. We're just going to hope we remembered it right. We could measure again, but we have a few extra pieces of paper today, so we're not super concerned. Okay, and look, I think that's going to be really cute. Okay, now I want a little piece to go along that edge. I think do we want pink? I don't know. Let's see. Sorry. That comes with my cough, I guess. I must have like a little summer cold or something. I sneezed a few times today outside. I do have allergies, but usually mine are in the fall, not in the middle of summer. I don't think that's what I want. I'm not sure. I kind of want something sparkly. So what can we use that has a little bit of sparkle? Maybe something like this. Okay, this is the Dazzling. I don't know if this is available or not, but I'm going to use this Dazzling Designs paper. And we're going to cut that at 1/2 inch because I just want a little bit of sparkle in there today. Okay, so 1/2 by 4 3/4, so it matches up with our other piece. Okay, so it's going to go just like this. All right, and then we need our little piece. So we need one of our die cuts to put on there next. Let's see. I'm looking for my little stash of dies and I don't see it. Oh, there we go. I have some in my to-go folder. All right, let's see. I think one of these squares would be really cute. And I'm gonna cut a piece to go behind it. So again, I need my ruler and we're gonna measure our square. And it is about 2 3/8. So let's make a little pink square. And we'll make it, let's see, 2 3/8. Let's make it 2 1/2. So it'll only be a tiny edge that goes around, but we'll still notice it. Okay, so we're going to make our 2 1/2 inch square. And let's just see how that'll look. Oops. Oh, I like this side better. I got a little edge there. I must have bumped that one into something. I'm going to turn that part to the bottom. There, that looks better. Okay, I think that's going to be cute. So let's stamp our little sweet pea on here. So I've got my Stampin' Pierce mat, and I'm going to stamp my little pea in Memento Black. And I'm going to use Block C. So we're going to use this little pea right here. Isn't that cute? So cute, the little pea. I have to tell you, when I saw these in the catalog, I wasn't super excited about them. But when I saw them in person, I couldn't help but fall in love with these cute little peas. Hi, Kathy. thank you. And thank you for watching. I hope you're doing really well. I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. Okay, and first, I feel like that was really inky, so I need a little scrap here to test that out on. I have a little piece right here with a couple of spaces left. There we go. It feels like that ink was a little bit damp, or I don't know. Okay, I'm going to try and pick the ink up kind of off the side there a little bit. There we go. I think that's better. Okay, and so we're going to stamp our little sweet pea right in the center. Cute. It's so cute. Okay, and then I'm going to use, tonight I'm going to use my Stampin' Blends to color. So, you can tell I haven't put my stuff away. I'm rolling over things in the back here. I've been sorting out toys and things down here in our basement, and so it's a big work in progress, and I haven't gotten as far as I wanted to get. But I have to take a break or I just get overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that we've let accumulate. Okay, so here is, oh, I am using Granny Apple Green. So this is the light Granny Apple Green. Okay, and then I'm going to use, this is Petal Pink. This is the dark Petal Pink. And I'm just going to put some down here, like the little pea has cute little cheeks. And then I'm going to use the dark Granny Apple Green for the pea. I probably should have done it the other way around, but it's too late for that now. Okay, and then I can take the other end of the marker and just go over the little eyebrows, the little mouth, these little lines in the peas. Okay, and then I need to color this little part of the, so I think I need one more green. Let me see. I'm gonna try the light Mossy Meadow. I think that'll work. Here, I forgot to zoom that in so you could see a little better while I'm coloring. Okay, so there's our little pea. And I'm just gonna color in the little vine. Oh, he's so cute. These little peas are so cute. Okay, So there is our first little pea. And we are going to attach it to here. So I'm going to turn it over and add my glue. And I'm going to do a thin line around the edge and then a squiggle down the middle. And you don't need a lot of glue. If you're working with liquid glue, you just need a little bit. If you over glue, you'll be sad about it, because it will show up in your card in different ways. Okay, so there's that. We're going to glue this piece right to the front. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add a thin line of glue all around the edge, and then just a squiggle down the middle. And I'm going to pick that up so you can see. Gluing is one of the things that I feel like I'm passionate about. And even though it's something that we've all been doing for a really long time, I feel like it's an important step. So if you look close, you can see how thin my lines of glue are. That's what you want, just really thin lines of glue. Okay, and then we can turn it over and we can lay it down so that it sits in the middle. And the nice thing about that liquid glue is sometimes you can move your piece of paper around just a little bit before you decide where it has to go exactly. As long as you get it kind of close, then you have a little wiggle room with that. Okay, and now we're going to do our sparkly piece, our dazzling, I feel like it's called Dazzling Diamonds, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But I will include all of that information in the tutorial when I send it. And if this one is not available, I'll switch it out for a different paper. Now you probably may have noticed if you're on my email list that I thought I was gonna get a lot done while I was gone, and I did not. I just did not get to it. So this week I'll be working on catching up on those tutorials and getting this one together and sent out. This month actually is bonus days for Stampin' Up. So if you order, I can't remember exactly how much. I think it's for every $50 you order, you get some bonus coupons, but now they'll come later in August. And you have to save those emails, okay? So do not get rid of your emails when they come. In order to get those bonus coupons, you have to use those. You have to have the email. All right, we're going to put Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh, I forgot to zoom back out after I colored. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, so we're putting on our Stampin' Dimensionals. We're just going to put them in all the corners. This little pea is so cute. I do think now, if you're coloring your pea, you might want to color the other way. You might want to color the pea light and the pea pod dark. But he or she is cute either way. Okay. So there's that, but then we also need a little sentiment to go with our pea. So I've got a piece of white here, just a little scrap. Sorry, I got my head in the camera. I gotta get my chamois from way over on the other side. I'm gonna move it closer so that doesn't happen to me again. It's been so long since I've used my chamois, the edges are all dried out. So I've gotta remember to take that upstairs and re-wet it before I come down tomorrow and do my stamping. I'm hoping that I can get up earlier than the kids and get a few things done in the morning. All right, and we're going to use this sentiment here that says, "Welcome, sweet pea." So I'm using the same block. This is still block C, and I think this would work for, yeah, this would work for all of the images in this stamp set. So if you only have a small block, this is block C, that would work. And I think the next size up, I think is E. I don't think they go by sizes appropriately, or not appropriately, but there's a word I'm searching for and I don't know what it is. Okay. Also, if you don't see the host code in the comments, I do have it right here. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's the host code too. Okay, I'll leave it, let's see. I'll leave it up here by Mortimer. So then if you're looking for it, you can just glance at him and he can give you some help maybe. All right, so here is our welcome sweet pea. I'm just going to go ahead and clean that one off right while I'm thinking about it. And we're going to fussy cut this. The scissors are over here. Okay, and then when you're fussy cutting, you want to always try to keep your scissors pointing up. So we're just going to go around and we're going to try to turn our paper, not our scissors. There we go. You know what? It's a little crooked across the top and I can't take it. So we're just going to straighten it out. Okay, and I'm going to grab another cough drop because I don't want to be coughing while I'm live with you. But I'm so glad you're here tonight. I can see that at least one person is watching. I think that's you, Kathy. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Okay. Here is our little sentiment. Welcome, sweet pea. But I feel like maybe it needs a little something else. So let's take our piece of basic white and let's stamp one more thing. In our stamp set, We also have two little branches like this. They're super cute. I think we could add one to our sentiment and it would be really cute. So let's take the bigger one for right now and we'll just sit it on our block. And remember, when we're stamping, we're just going to tap, tap, tap in our ink because we don't want too much ink and we don't want too little. So we don't want it to smoosh up all around our stamp, but we want to make sure that we get enough. And by tapping and practice stamping, we can make sure that we have the best chance of getting the right amount. Okay, so we're going to stamp on our basic white. And I'm going to stamp off. I'm going to leave my stamp over here because I might need another one. I don't know yet. All right, and I'm going to let it dry just for a second. They do dry pretty quick, the inks do. Okay, and then we're going to color it again with our, this is, oh, we want the light Granny Apple Green, I think. So we're going to color it with our light Granny Apple Green. Now, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm trying to color only in one direction. So I've been trying different techniques, and this is one of the ones I find is helpful for me when I'm trying to get a smooth color, is if I start at one side and just swipe to the other, and I'm not pressing hard at all on my markers. You want to be really gentle with them, especially with this brush end. Okay, and I'll show you the other end. It's more like what a Crayola marker would be. At least that's how I think of it. It's hard and it's steady, but the brush end is it's very gentle, and you want to be kind of easy on it. All right, so then we're just going to go and color along these little lines in the stem. I didn't quite get that one on the side. Okay, and we can even go right along the stem just to give that edge a little color. Okay, and now these aren't, another thing to notice, they're not really pointy, okay? So you're not going to get a super fine line, but that's not what we're looking for. Okay, so here's our little branch, and that turned out super cute. So we're just going to fussy cut that too. Right, this is where it gets tricky, I think. I don't know, maybe you're a better fussy cutter than I am. Anytime I have to go in these little skinny parts, it makes me a little nervous. Because I feel like I always cut either too close or too far away. Now, I did hear a good tip once for cutting words, and that's if you trace them with a pencil first, like draw the outline of where you want to cut, then that does help. And I've done that before, but I don't always take the time to do it. It does make a difference though, and I have done videos where I have done that technique, but if you want to see it again, you can always let me know, and um, I'm happy to show you things that you maybe haven't seen before or that you might be struggling with. Um, and I do really like to try out new things, so if you have anything you've seen and you want to do, let me know. And we can put it in a free class. All right, this one's getting this is getting out of hand. All right, just because my paper is getting a little too tricky, I'm going to cut out and around and then I'll go back and get the little parts. And I know too that a lot of people don't like to fussy cut. So if you don't like fussy cutting, you're probably not going to do this much of it anyways. It was warm enough this afternoon. I actually took my socks off and my feet are a little bit cold down under the table. So I might have to turn my heating pad on, which sounds ridiculous since it's really warm outside, but our house is not very well insulated, and so our basement in the summertime even gets really cold. In the wintertime, it actually stays pretty warm. So I don't know what the difference is because they say that hot air rises, right? So you would think the basement would be colder anyway. But I don't feel like it gets super cold down here. And it could be too because I'm right under the vent. Okay, so here is our little branch. Oh, I think that's super cute. Okay, so we're going to add our little branch, and I'm going to put it so that it kind of sticks off a little bit. I like it right there. Okay, so I'm going to add my liquid glue just to the side where it's going to be attached to the little square. So it's on the right side when I turn it over, but it's on the left side when I turn it back the way it's supposed to be. Okay, and we're just going to glue it right here on the side. And then I'm going to put my little welcome sweet pea right there. So I need a smaller dimensional. And I'm going to put two on the right side. So I'm double stacking them on the right, and I'm going to put a single on the left because I want it to stand up a little bit. And that'll help it stay level instead of being cattywampus. Okay, so we're going to put a little hello sweet pea, welcome sweet pea right here. You guys, that's so cute. Okay, so there it is. And we still need a few little gems, but isn't that the cutest? Okay, let's use, I'm trying to see which one would go better with our dazzling paper. think this one. But let's do something. That's the third time I've knocked over a bag behind me. Okay, I'm going to color some of these with my dark crumb cake marker. And hopefully that'll give them just enough color that they're not quite so brilliant white where this, see how that's more of a champagne color? That's what we want our little gems to look like. So if I just color them a little bit, I think that's going to give them just enough color. You know, I'm going to color 3 of them the same size here. I don't know if you can even see the difference that it makes, but it changes the tone of them just a little bit so that they're a little more champagne-y than, we could probably use a darker color, maybe bronze, to make them a little darker. But I do think it gives them just a tiny bit of a different color. So then we can add those. Oop. I got stuck to the little card there. And I'm going to put one over here. Okay, isn't that cute? It's like a little book card. Thank you, Kathy. Okay, so there is our first card for tonight. I think it turned out really cute. Hope everyone else likes it too. Let's get started on our second one. So I thought that we would make one with the Shy Shamrock paper too. So this is the Shy Shamrock. And I have a hard time figuring out what else. Now see how it's not really, I don't know if I want to use it because it's not really pea color, is it? But we're going to try it anyways. Okay, so let's see. I need another piece of white. I'm running out of thick white, so that's why you see me using from my little stash over here on the side. I have a white in here. Actually, I don't want to take it on that one. I'm going to take it out of this one. I'm struggling with my stashes here. I have little stashes everywhere. Oh, probably not a good thing. Okay, so this piece is 8.5 by 5.5. And it's scored at 4 1/4. So we're just going to take and fold it right on that score line. And we'll press it with our bone folder just to be sure it's nice and flat. Okay, and then we've got this Shy Shamrock. I'm trying to think what other color will go. Maybe some crumb cake. It seems like the color goes with a lot. What do we think? I think that'll be cute. All right. So we're going to cut our crumb cake 4 by 5 1/4. And then let's cut our shy shamrock 4. Let's see. You can tell I'm a little indecisive today. Sometimes I can't make up my mind. I don't know if I like it like that. Let's see. I think we're going to make it smaller. So let's do 3 3/4 by 5. And then let's make our shy shamrock 3 1/2. Let's do 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. Okay. I should have brought my water down with me. That's why I didn't. I brought my cough drops, not my water. I think that's going to be good. So now we need to decide what little pea we're going to use. Oh, I was looking for my white and I couldn't find. All right. I keep looking to see if I brought a water. I didn't. All right, let's do Let's do 2 3/4. 2 3/4. Hold on a second. All right, now hopefully I'll be good. All I have down here is distilled butter. It's not my favorite to drink, but sometimes when you need something, you need something. All right, so we did 2 3/4. Let's do 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. All right, and then I have a little blending brush and some Shy Shamrock ink. So let's use that. And I'm just going to grab a little acrylic block and I'm going to swirl my ink on there before I swirl it on my paper. Just because it helps me get a more even swirl. Okay, so we're going to tap it on our Shy Shamrock, swirl it on our acrylic block, and then swirl it on our paper. Now, this is a trick that I learned just recently. I have usually swirled off on my scrap paper. But I found that if you swirl on the acrylic block, you lose less of your ink and you get the same sort of toning effect that you get by swirling on your paper. So if you were to tap directly on the ink and then swirl right on your paper, there's nothing wrong with that if that's the look you like. But it will be a little more splotchy. It won't be as, your swirling won't be quite as smooth. So it depends on the look you're going for. If you want it to be smoother, then you really want to swirl off before you swirl on whatever paper you're using as your main paper. Okay. So this one is good and swirly, I think. And swirly is a real word, I'm pretty sure. Okay, and then we're going to want to clean our block off. Now, if you are using these blending brushes, know that you can just swirl a little bit longer until you don't really see any more ink. You don't have to really wash them out, but you can if you want to. I try to keep like one for green, one for blue, one for yellow, one for pink. So if you have one for each kind of color family, I feel like that's good, because you could have just 3 and then wash them out each time and use them for a different color, or you can do it this way and not take quite so much time washing. Or if you want to, you can buy one for every single color and put a little label on it, and that really speaks to my heart, organization-wise, but finance-wise, I know that I can't afford to do that. Not if I want to have all the inks and all the stamps someday. At least all the inks. Okay, I just closed that up and I shouldn't have. Alright, so we're going to use that little grumpy pea on this card. Just because I love him. I have no idea who I'm going to send him to, but I think he's so cute. Alright, so here's our little grumpy pea, and we're going to stamp him in Memento. Alright, and he's going to go, you know what, let's have him go on, let's cut him out. right? Because I have a little idea for him. Okay, so here he is on a little piece of basic white. He's a little grumpy pea for sure. He's so grumpy. And what I want to do is I got a little cherry cobbler marker here, and I just want to color him some little red cheeks because I want him to be really grumpy. See, look, doesn't he look really mad? He's cute, but he's mad looking. All right, and then I don't have Stampin' Blends yet in Shy Shamrock. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our ink pad just to color him in a little bit. So if you didn't see what I did there, if you take your ink pad and you squeeze it together in the middle, it transfers some of the ink from the foam pad to the back of your ink pad. And then you can take a blender pen, or you can also use a watercolor brush, but I would be careful with that because if it gets too wet, it can tear up your paper. This blender pen can do that too, so you want to be careful when you're using this method. It does work, but you want to be careful. So I'm just going to color him a little bit real quick. And he's not turning out super smooth. I do like my coloring to be smooth, but he's not this time. Probably because I didn't go quite fast enough around the edges there. Right, and now I gotta stop because my paper's starting to tear up. So he's looking a little mad. He's a little half-sighted, but he's going on there anyway. He doesn't get to stay home because he's mad. He's still gotta go. If I'd used watercolor paper, I probably would have had better luck with that. But he's still cute. So all right, we're gonna fussy cut him. Okay, so here he is. He's really cute. and he's just going to sit on there. And I'm going to stamp Hello Grumpy on here too. Nope. Alright, first I'm going to stamp some of these little branches behind him. Alright, so I kind of want him to go right here. So I'm going to stamp one up this way. And then I want to get that smaller one. There's two little branches in this set. They're both really cute. Okay, here's the little small one. And I'm just going to stamp that one over this way. Okay, let me know if you have any questions about anything you see me doing or talking about, and I will be happy to answer them. Okay, so then our little pea is going to go right here in the corner. And I want to put our little words across the top. I'm really worried this little card is going to sit in my ink on accident. I don't want him to do that. All right. Ooh, I kind of like it. Just a little crooked. I wonder if that should be me. No, I kind of like that. Okay. I don't usually put things crooked, but I kind of like it crooked like this. So I'm going to turn this one over, add some liquid glue, a nice thin line around the edge, and then a squiggle down the middle. And we're going to twist it a little bit crooked. So I don't want it to go off the edge, but I do want it to be crooked. All right, and then this one we'll put on there a little bit straighter. I don't know what these little designs are on the back of this one, but every time I turn it over, it makes me think of forks. Don't those look like little forks, maybe? I don't know, but I feel like they're making me hungry. I might have to eat something when I get done with this. Okay, so there is our little crooked pieces. And then I want this one to stand up. So I think let's get some Shy Shamrock and just put it behind there. Eventually I'm going to need to move my shelves a little closer so that I can reach my paper and not stand up. Although standing up helps me get my movement in for the day, right? Okay, and we made this, I feel like we made it 3 by something. Let's see, no. It's 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So we're going to do 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. So that'll just give us a little bit of an edge around our grumpy peak. Ooh. Oh, that was, I just did 2 7/8. Did I say 2 7/8 or 3 7/8? I don't know. We'll put that in the directions when I send it out. Okay, so we're going to turn that over. Okay, just like that. I feel like maybe I should have put a ribbon in there, but did not. Let's cut a little piece of this. So we're going to do 3/4 of an inch by 4 1/4. Yeah, and I think that's going to help. Where I felt like it was a little empty. And we'll glue that right across the middle. Alright, then we need our Stampin' Dimensionals. And we'll put some of those on the back. And I'm going to put one in the middle too. Okay, then that can go right in the center. And then our little grumpy pea can get a dimensional. And then we can pop them up right here. Okay, and I think he's super cute. Maybe we need some little sparkly bits on this one too. Let's see what we have that's easy. Okay, and I have some of these 2024 to 2026 in color shimmer gems. These are really pretty. And I think they will be perfect for this little grumpy guy. And maybe if he'd had some of these little sparklies, he would not have been so grumpy in the first place. And then we'd all be sad because he wouldn't be around. Right. Oh yeah, I think that's really cute. Okay, so here are our cards for tonight. This was the second one. And this was the first one. So let me know what you think. If you make one of these cards, I would be super happy to see it. You can post it on my timeline and tag me, or post it on your timeline and tag me. But I love to see that that the things that I'm creating, you're creating. So if you can take an idea that I have and make it your own, that makes me really happy. And then if you want to order my class, or if you want to come to in-person class this month, let me know and I can help you get all that settled. Thank you, Kathy. I'm so glad you're here tonight. I really do feel like I haven't seen you in a really long time. I hope that all is well. I've been seeing your family posts. It seems like you've got a lot of birthdays and good stuff going on. Yeah, so it's good. It's really nice to be able to catch up a little bit on Facebook with what other people have going on, even though we're all busy and in the midst of summer. It's nice to be able to check in a little bit, have those little check-in points. I hope you have a good night and a good week. Happy stamping. I will be live again on the third Sunday. I don't actually know the date. Well, if my class is on the 19th, 2020, so it would be the 21st. I will see you on the 21st. Happy stamping.